Emil Fenrir Svensson is the brand new operator in Rainbow Six Siege introduced in Operation Dread Factor, and in this video I'm going to be going over how you guys can play him effectively and learn how to use him to the best of his ability. Now if you guys go on to enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new around here, and without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Kicking things off then, we're going to be starting with Fenrir's loadout. Now for primary weapon options, he's going to be getting the MP7 SMG and the SASG-12 shotgun. Now the MP7 is a great SMG, arguably one of the better SMGs in the entire game. It has a great fire rate and somewhat manageable recoil, the only downside being you're not going to be getting any zoomed optics, so no 1.5 available on this weapon. As for the SASG-12 shotgun then, some of you will already be familiar with it as it is on the likes of Capcan and Finker, but it is a decent shotgun. It has a fast fire rate and obviously that does help when it comes to these spam shotguns. The one downside will be its range. It's not really going to be getting you any of those 1 to 2 hit downs from any long to mid ranges. As for secondary options then, Fenrir gets access to the Bailiff pistol and the 5.7 USG. Obviously the Bailiff pistol is going to be more useful for setting up sight, making openings in soft walls and opening up hatches and stuff like that, whereas the 5.7 USG is going to be more focused around those longer range engagement and damage output. Now when playing Fenrir, I recommend running the MP7 and the Bailiff as it's going to give you the best damage output while also allowing you to open up any rotates and help set up sight wherever necessary. However, a great surprise pick will obviously be to bring the SASG-12 shotgun, in which case you're going to want a long range solution, so take the 5.7 USG. Moving on then into his secondary gadgets, he gets access to the barbed wire and a bulletproof camera. Now both of these are actually decent solutions. I feel like 9 times out of 10 you're going to want to bring a barbed wire, but on certain maps a bulletproof camera can be really helpful, so if your team doesn't already have one and you know a good spot where a bulletproof camera would be great, then make sure you bring it over the barbed wire. Now that we've gone over his loadout and secondary gadget options, I'd like to focus on Fenrir himself and how you should be using him and playing him in your games to get the most out of him. Now as of recording this video, the brand new season has only been out for a couple of days, so there is still time for his playstyle to mature and, you know, set in stone how you should be playing him. But as of right now, there is 2 real good ways to play Fenrir. One is as a roamer and setting up his gadgets in a way where you can kind of catch operators off guard and take them out before they reach the objective, and then the second will be more of an anchor role where you play on the objective and set up all your gadgets around sight to help you and your team. Now when playing Fenrir as a roamer, I'd play him as more of a loose roamer, and what I mean by that is always allow yourself a safe passage back to the objective. I wouldn't go too far from the objective, and if you do rotate in different rooms and different areas of the map, make sure you always have that safe passage back, otherwise you could get cut off from the rest of your team. Now the best tip that I can give you guys to instantly improve as Fenrir is to always play in and around your gadgets. You know, you don't really want to leave the area of your gadgets too much, because as soon as they go off, that is when you're going to want to swing and take advantage of these attackers and their limited vision. So if you've got a few of your dread mines already set up around the objective, you're going to want to make sure you play around those areas to really make the most of each gadget. Now that we've focused on his playstyle then, I actually wanted to focus on his gadget more specifically and where you really should be setting up those gadgets to get the most out of them. The best is obviously going to be in hallways and longer lines of sight, because if you do manage to trigger one and it limits the attacker's vision in a long hallway, then you're really going to be able to make the most of their limited vision and take them out from a point of view that they can't even see. If you're setting up his gadgets in close quarter areas of the map, there is still a chance that they'll still be able to see you through that limited vision and still be able to pick you off. Now with that being said, you do still want to put these gadgets in key areas of the map that you know all the attackers are going to be funneling through, so try your best to put them in areas of the map that everyone's going to push through, but also try and keep lines of sight open to yourself from longer areas. Overall, Fenrir's F-NATT Dread Mine can be one of the most powerful operator gadgets in the entire game on defense, and it's really going to be interesting to see how he develops over the course of this season and the future of Siege. If you guys found this video entertaining, helpful or useful, then let me know down in the comment section below. But that has been it for today's video. If you want to watch a similar video on how to play Buck, then click the video on screen, and until that video guys, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.